Well, what have we got here? I hear you ask. These are balance pads. I absolutely love this piece of equipment because, you know, just when you think you've done everything you possibly could, then we can use equipment to make things more difficult, more challenging, more interesting, more varied, more exciting. And so I've just finished teaching my online Pilates class, and this week we have a focus on balance because, believe it or not, better balance saves lives. It's a fact. So why not try this for yourself? And so, ooh, my camera's turned me into some kind of mysterious fuzzy person. Anyway, the idea with the balance pads is that they're squishy, and so they add additional challenge. Now, you probably don't have these at home, and so you can always try just standing on something that is a little bit squishier or softer, even just the carpet or with the underlay, and an exercise mat could suffice. So I am going to stand on these just to show you how they work, how they operate, and so you put them together, and they're nicely proportioned so that you can stand with your feet directly underneath the hip joints in our ideal postural alignment, with the knees unlocked and the tailbone shining a light between your heels, the breastbone lifting and lengthening through the collarbones, and then the top of your head growing tall up towards the ceiling. And then really, you can see I'm barefoot here, and this gives me an opportunity to capitalize on the sensory information that my feet will provide up into my brain. And so we, you know, especially in the winter, your feet are hidden away in socks and shoes. So liberate your feet just for a little while and come to stand. And then share the weights evenly between all four corners of your feet. And I'm going to do something called the ankle strategy. So we'll start by rocking the weights from side to side. And notice that the head is moving the most, but the movement is happening at the ankle joints, so that it's a little bit like an inverted pendulum swinging from side to side. And then as you displace the center of gravity, what you notice is the muscles of the center do something to respond and react to that. And that is, they will contract. And you notice that those muscles are engaging, and the purpose of that is to stop you from falling over. So let's go forwards and backwards, and I'll turn sideways just so you can see what I'm doing. But sending the tailbone down between the heels, being long and tall, and then moving at the ankle joint so that you are rocking like a pendulum swings backwards and forwards. And like I say, you can do this just as well on the ground. And then circles, drawing circles with the top of your head on the ceiling, moving at the ankles the most. And so you don't want to feel like you're drawing circles with your hips or your shoulders or your head. Well, yes, with the head, but only because you are moving at the ankles, and then go the other way. And you start to feel a little bit like you're all at sea. And wonderful. And then come to be in that middle place. So neither forwards nor backwards. Now challenging the balance further, we're going to go up and down on tiptoes. And sometimes you feel like you can do this nice and slowly, and other times you rush it because you're losing your balance. And that's fine, because losing your balance is just your balance getting better. How about that? And you know, when you are balancing, it's tempting quite often to hold your breath. So really resist holding the breath. And then I'm going to do walking. So bending one knee. Oh no, I fell off. Dear, dear. What did I just say? Losing your balance. Is your balance getting better? So as long as you're not going to fall over anything and hurt yourself, because that really wouldn't be a good thing, would it? Coming to the top, bending one knee and dropping one heel. So keeping the headlights on the hip bone shining straight ahead of you. Pilates, principles of posture and alignment. Centering is that contraction of the abdominal muscles of the center. Control and precision of movement. Precision is one of my favorite tributes. I'm a bit, you know, I'm quite keen that we move well as we possibly can. And so for that to happen, we move with precision and control. Very good. So let's just do a few squats. I never let a class go by without having done a few squats. Squats are so good for bottom muscles, thigh muscles, and for function really, because this is something that we do every day, isn't it? Sitting down, standing up, sitting down, standing up. And so doing our squats on or off the balance pads. Lots of squats. I love squats. Inhale down, exhale lift. Never holding the breath. Breath is, again, fundamental in Pilates. It's really important never to hold your breath. And then come and stand. So we're going to shift the weight towards one leg and peel the heel, and then option to hover the leg. Balancing, and then lower it down, swap. So you shift the weight very slightly to the standing leg, and then hovering one leg up to tabletop and lower it down. So for the people joining me online later on in the week, this is a sneak peek at what you've got to look forward to. And definitely when you stand on these pants, the ankles are working really hard to stabilize you and stop you from falling over, falling over. Very good. All right, let's just do one more on each side, checking out. And so, you know, you can do this while the kettle's boiling in the morning. You could do it, some people do this, I know, by when they're brushing their teeth. Why not? Give it a shot. Like I said, better balance saves lives. So why not work on your balance a little bit today? Take care. Have a fabulous day. And if you've got any questions or comments, do send me a message. I hope it's a good one. Bye for now.